after we did the session, I think those negative beliefs kind of went out of my head, and I just turned into more confident, like I've normally been my whole life. So yeah.
Welcome to Mind Academy Sports, where we help athletes learn the connection between their mind and performance. Listen, I say this every video. If you are a sports parent and you have a son or daughter who has any level of mental block, we will get it fixed in 4 sessions or less. Talk about a really important topic, something that's very that I love, and I want to talk about how teams can actually win championships, because that's the biggest thing. That's something that gets me going, because an athlete is only as good as he is in his biggest moment. Okay, it's the big moments, it's the championship game moments, it's the elimination games. So I want to talk about a few things that will help. Okay, now I worked with the athlete previously, Julian Means-Llewellyn, and he gave his testimony on how mental training has helped him. I want to show the video. Of what he had in the sectional championship game. I think they call it divisional championship in Michigan, where he's at. They playing a one-loss team. They have another Division I recruit across the board, and it's going to be a tough game. Well, he took the second play from scrimmage all the way to the house. 87 yards, second play from scrimmage. Second play. Now, here's what it is. So this process that we use is called the Race Formula 2.0. Okay, and it's designed for players to learn how to put their foot on the gas pedal. Most players, no matter how good you are, I don't care if you're even in the professional ranks, when you start the game, and a lot of times throughout the game, you have your foot on the brake. When you have your foot on the brake, you have fear of failure. That's fear of failure thoughts that are coming up through you. Okay, and these thoughts are not just in your head, but they actually transfer to your body. Okay, so fear of failure or fear of success, this force ends up holding you back no matter what sport you play. Okay, so you'll find yourself hesitating, you'll find yourself doubting, you'll find yourself keeping up with competition. You need to dominate. A lot of coaches say, man, we just don't have the juice, or we're putting our juice on when we don't want to. No, what you want to learn how to do is control this ability. And I call it putting your foot on the gas pedal. And it's really turning on your confidence mechanism. Now, when your confidence is turned on, that's when your instincts come forth, your creativity. There's a certain level of perfection that's in your mind because you've been practicing these skills over and over. Okay, so it's kind of like if I have a water hose. So the water hose is coming out in full force, right? When we turn it all the way up. Now, when we put a kink in the hose, all right, then it only comes out in drips, and that's how most people play. They don't play with any flow. They don't play with their best ability. They don't play with their best potential. But when you can learn how to turn it on whenever you want to, right at the beginning of the game, this right here is the key. So I want to play this clip right now for you guys to see how he was able to take advantage of the moment.
Niles has some pretty tight splits in there.
Pitch out wide.
There's
Yep.
and that's a missed tackle, and that's going to result in Niles' score.
They will
So a
not.
blown tackle on the right side, and that's going to be a 95-yard touchdown for Niles. And the Vikings are on the scoreboard. They strike first with a big, long run.
So you see right there, he was able to take advantage of the moment. This is a move that we actually work on kind of a lot. He saw the outside backer, boom, made a move just like that. Now, if he didn't do the mental training, no, he had it in him. But if he didn't do the mental training, you know, he's going to get caught. There's going to be a tackle there. But it helps you take advantage of the opportunity within the window of the opportunity, being present. Okay, so one other thing that I want to bring up, and I have other videos of that as well, as players hitting the flow faster, as I like to call it, turning it on as fast as they can. But one thing that I want to bring up is I watch a lot of college basketball when I can, and I definitely look at the box scores. And teams that lose by 6 or 8 points or 10 points or something like that, I always pay attention. And a lot of the times, what happens is if you just go on Google and you look at the box score, what happens is the team that loses the first half by 7, 8 points, or sometimes 6 points. That's all it is. They lose the first half by 6 points. The second half is usually tied. It's usually tied, or the team that loses actually wins the point differential by 4 or 6 points in the second half. But they're trying to play catch up. So if you're a coach and you know that this is your team's struggle, look no further. I'm telling you, this Race Formula 2.0 is going to help your team and take your team to the next level. Guys, that's all I have for today. I just really want you guys to understand that the mental game is almost the entire game. Like, obviously, you've got to put the work in. You've got to have muscle memory. You've got to be in shape. You got to prepare your mind for your opponent. But a lot of competition, a lot of you bring out the best that you can possibly do, getting into that flow state, getting into that zone, and really competing against players who are much better than you or who are more talented than you, really comes down to your mindset. It really comes down to your mindset. Okay, guys, if you're interested in this and you want to reach out to me, the information is below. There's a number there that you can text. And before we leave, I want you guys to remember that you are one thought away from your next greatest performance.